Hello everyone, this is Kim Quady with KimPlaysWithPaper.com. I'm a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Mesa, Arizona. And each Tuesday I come live or have a video for you showing you what I have been working on in my craft room. So I had a fun little event over the weekend and I like to make little treat packets. So I'm going to show you what I made and some alternates with that as well, and using some Stampin' Up! Products. So let me pop down to the workspace and I will show you what I have been working on. And we always get a quick little view of my ceiling fan until I can turn the camera around. There we go. So what I have been working on, hi Laura, thanks for popping in. I love treat bags and treats, and in Stampin' Up's brand new annual catalog are these 2023-2025 in color treat bags. Hi Karma, thanks for joining. So they're boho blue, and I knew I was going to stumble. Pebbled Path. Hi Kay, thanks for joining. Moody Mauve and Wild Wheat, and sometimes they're a little hard to tell the difference. Wild Wheat and then Copper Clay. So those are the 5 colors. You get 25 bags, 5 of each color for $10. So that's quite a great value. And, you know, these bags could be used as is, or you can decorate them and change them up, and I'm going to show you some ways to do that. Hey, I hope all is well in North Carolina. Thank you, Kay, for sharing the live today. I do appreciate that. All right, so the first thing is for the event this last weekend, I made these little bags. I just folded it down, put a little clothespin on there, decorated it with some of the in color jute. That's what I love so much about Stampin' Up! Products, is that there are all kind of coordinating accessories as well. So this bag, I used the Circle Saying stamp set, and I don't know if you've seen these. They're in the back with the dies. These are the Nested Essentials dies. So I used that little piece here with the colors of a Bubble Bath and Moody Mauve, and then that's a Moody Mauve ribbon. So if you haven't seen these dies, they're super fun. And I'll be using them more and more in the days to come. But what's so awesome about the bags is that they do hold, quite a bit. So if you're looking for something to hold a nice small gift, these are a great size for that. So for example, we made 3 cards at my event last weekend. It was a Stampin' Bunko. I'll just quick show you the cards too, just for fun. Just because it's fun to share. They're made out of the note cards and envelopes. So essentially we could use this as like a gift, a gift holder for your cards. So you could just slip those in and that would make a nice little gift. So that one just fairly straightforward and fun to make. Then another way to use these bags is to kind of fold them a little bit differently, and I'll show you. We'll make one today. And so I did this for a team meeting, and I was able to put a couple of Stampin' Dimensionals in here, along with Tuck a Sweet Treat in the front. Here in Arizona, and I'm sure in other parts of the United States, it's getting really warm, and we're looking for treats that don't melt as quickly. So I just folded the treat bag up, made some pockets, and this stamp set is the Crafting With You stamp set, as well as the Countryside Corners dies. Made a little belly band and used some in color baker's twine with that. Now one other way to use that is to take the bag itself, take it apart and use it as designer series paper for a card. So I use the Circle Sayings stamp set again with that Nested Essentials die. So this is Pebbled Path and Boho Blue. Those are the colors I used for that. So let's make this little treat. I'll just show you how quick and easy it is to do that. So I've decided, actually I made one with some different colors. And so this uses the wild wheat. I'm using blueberry bushel and crushed curry. And so I'll show you the measurements that I had with that. And it found some fun jelly beans that fit in there. And another, like if you wanted to give something maybe to a customer, these little embellishments. Hey, Beth, good morning. Thanks for joining. So you could put a package of embellishments in there. It's little sticky notes, lots and lots of fun little ways to use these bags. All right, so let me start by giving you some measurements and showing you how easy it is to put together. I'm having an embellishment explosion over here, but we'll carry on. All righty, so I'm going to need my Stampin' trimmer, and I'll grab out my wild wheat treat bag, and I'm just going to use the scoring mechanism, and I'm going to score it at 2.5 inches. So I'll put in, here's my 2.5. This lighter one is my scoring. Hey Denise, thanks for joining. So I've scored that, and I can put that away for the time being. And grab, see if I can find that score line, and I'm going to grab my bone folder. Hey Chris, thanks for joining. I'm just going to give that a nice little fold there. And I want to fold that to the front. So that's how my bag is going to start out. Hey Pat, thanks for popping in this morning. Then I have a piece of blueberry bushel cardstock, and that measures, it's 11 by 1 inch. So it's going to be the belly band that goes around, and it's going to hold to make our little pocket here. And I want to have it crease in the front, and then we will cover that crease with our circle. And the way to get that on straight. And I'm just going to eye it up, and I'm simply fold over like so, and kind of burnish it. You know what? That's the word I was looking for earlier last week, I think. I couldn't come up with it. Burnish it with my bone folder. Give it a nice crease. And then we will be able to put some adhesive on it. Let's grab out the Stampin' Seal Plus. Just a couple of little pieces on each end there. And we have our belly band. So that just gives us a nice little pocket there in front. And all right, so then we just need to decorate it. Let me grab that, give you a reminder. For this one, I am using, hi Jan, thanks for joining. I'm using the Layering Leaves stamp set. This is in the annual catalog, and it has a coordinating punch. It's not a bundle, but it's a coordinating punch. I'm just going to put a plug in for, I'm offering my very, very first Zoom class next month using this Layering Leaves stamp set. And if you want any information to join me, let me know, and I will give you the info on that. So I was using the Layering Leaves. Maybe I should show you. I just love this. The fonts in there are just absolutely lovely. And It has all of the sayings for your birthdays, sending hugs, thinking of you, thank you, hello. So for me, it's very versatile, and that's what I like most about that. So let's see. We'll bring in the Stampin' Pierce mat. I've taken one of my grid papers, and I'm going to protect that surface. All right, now I am first going to do the punching first. Sometimes it's better to stamp first, and sometimes it's better to punch first. So I'm going to punch first so I know where I'm stamping. That's just basic white with, hey Linda, thanks for joining, the 2 3/8 circle punch. That's a bundle with the circle sayings. And I have my leaf from Layering Leaves along with the crushed curry ink. So I'm going to ink up my leaf, and then I'm going to stamp off. That's second generation stamping, so that I don't want the leaves a huge, bright crushed curry. I just want a light crushed curry. So I'm going to do that 3 times and just give that white background a little, just a little different look. And you can do that any way that you like. All right, and then I have Blueberry Bushel. So think about you're going out for lunch to celebrate your friend's birthday, and you want to give her just a little bit of something. And I think these little treat packets are absolutely perfect for that. You could put the greeting card in here. You could put a gift card. You could put a little chocolate. So it's perfect for that kind of just impromptu gift. You could make a few ahead and have them all ready to go. So happy to celebrate you in the Blueberry Bushel. Really pretty on top of that. Really gorgeous font. And then I have my Blueberry Bushel. That's a die cut with the Stylish Shapes dies. Lately, they have been my go-to dies. I love, and they layer so well with this 2 3/8 inch circle. Now on this packet, I did tie I used Stampin' Up's in color jute. There's one for all of our colors, the Wild Wheat, the Boho Blue, the Copper Clay, the Pebbled Path, and the Moody Mauve. I'm going to try something a little different with this one, so let's see what that will be. I'm going to layer that here. I'm going to use Stampin' Dimensionals, and I don't want to make sure that you're not putting a dimensional up here and closing that little pocket, because you do want that pocket. So I'll try to get that right in the middle. I am going to bring in the Wild Wheat textured ribbon. Again, what I love so much about the products is that everything coordinates. So let's try this. We'll tie just a little knot, and I used way too much. Never know how much I'm going to need. And then I'm just going to put a little glue dot on that little knot and decorate just that side of the, I must not have gotten the dimensional off of there. There we go. Now it's going to stick. All righty. And then I'll trim that up. So you can see you can decorate these any way you want with any of the product that you have on hand. And if you love the Stampin' Up! Products as much as I do, you know that everything coordinates. So you can just reach for that when you need to. Now I do have some, there are also some in color dots, and you can see I've used quite a few of those. So let's Let's choose some for that. The wild wheat. Get the pick tool out here. And I'm just going to put one on each end of that, just to give some fun look to the belly band. There are 3 sizes. I'm trying to decide, well, let's go with the large ones. There's 2 of those left, so we might as well use those. So we'll decorate that as such as well. So it's so nice to be able to reach for those coordinating products. And so if you bought the bags and just had them on hand, you could have them ready to decorate when you need a fun little gift for somebody. So those are the wild wheat. And I do notice that I gave different scoring dimensions, so I will update that in my blog post and on the video. And you could score that in anywhere you wanted. The blog post you can find at kimplayswithpaper.com. Depending on how big or little you want that pocket to be. But so here's my treat fits in there, and you could make a card with the same designer series paper, and that fits in there perfectly as well. All right, did you guys want to see how I made the card with the bag? I will go ahead and just give some quick directions on that as well. So I used the Pebbled Path. Let me grab the Pebbled Path color out. So that's the bag that I used right here. And I just gently, there's a seam in the back, and I just gently, hey, Kathy Bloom, thanks for joining. How are things in Tennessee? We've got North Carolina on. So I'm just going to gently, sometimes I'm not as gentle as I should be, take the bag apart, but I won't be needing this part. And then we'll get the trimmer out. As I say gently, then the paper is, so then that becomes my designer series paper. And I know that I want my designer series paper to be 5 by 3 3/4 for this particular card. So I think I'm just going to take some of that off so it's easier to cut for me. And then you have these other pieces that you can use for something else later. So, so I want it 5 at the top, but I want to get rid of this little edge here. Let me show you. So I'm going to go cut that at 5 1/4, and then I'm going to turn it around and do 5 on this side, 5 by 3 3/4. I do kind of trim off each end, so it just gives you, we have tons, and Stampin' Up! Offers tons and tons of designer series paper, but if you're looking for something a little different, this is certainly it. And you have 5 different colors that you can use those bags with. So then that's my Pebbled Path designer series, or Pebbled Path cardstock, actually. And we'll just, hi Diane, thanks for joining. Just making some fun little projects with Stampin' Up's in color treat bags. All right, and then I have a thick Stampin' Up basic white card base. Give that a good burnish. Just kind of put that together. But sometimes you may not see those treat bags way back in the back of the catalog, as well as those these dies that I was telling you about, the the nested essentials. So that will go down flat too. I've already cut that out. Die cut that out with the boho blue. Lots of, there's a 6x6 paper stack with all of the in colors. So everything coordinates. And then I have my Pebbled Path stylish shapes. Let's bring in my Pierce mat and my inks. So on the outside, I did use the Pebbled Path. The Circle Sayings has been kind of my go-to since the catalog went live. Again, I search for those stamps sets in the catalog that have multiple sentiments and sayings, so I can use them over and over for lots of different things. So there's your Pebbled Path. I'm not sure I like that little Celebrate. That came out kind of goofy. But what I love about the paper, two sides, you can always use the other side. And then if you're like me, you have a whole bunch of scraps that you can use as well. All right, then because you're awesome, we'll do that in boho blue. Just give it a little tap, tap, tap. The ink pads are really fresh. I can practice on my, there we go, on my grid paper. Goes kind of right in the middle there. So in this instance, I stamped first, and then I'm going to punch with the 2 3/8 inch circle punch. The last one I punched first, so it all kind of depends on what your purpose is and how you're feeling about your stamping that day. So I'll punch that out. And you should see the disaster I have here today. All right, we'll put some adhesive on the back and layer that here. I'm going to grab the Stampin' Dimensionals and put that on the card front. And then we'll be able to add our embellishments. We have, hey Deb, thanks for joining. How are things in Minnesota today? I hope they're good. I hope you're having some nice weather. I was just telling a friend, I miss the lake weather in Minnesota. So I pop that up with dimensionals. And then I can add a couple of things. I can add, and I showed you that jute, so let's grab that out. I love that it's in all those colors. So I'll, Jan, you really like the nested essentials. I've been using them, but not as much as I should. So you will be seeing more of those. They're just a unique shape. I was trying to describe it in my blog post, and so it's an irregular polygon. Do I even know what that is? So I don't know what that shape is, but it's a fun one. So can she talk and tie a bunny ear bow at the same time? We shall see. I sometimes need a lot more to do a decent bow, but I just snipped it off. There we go. And I can just make the bow as big or as little as I want until I grab a glue dot, kind of roll the glue dot up with my tip of my finger. Sometimes I'll put 2 on just to make sure. I hate the bows falling off. And I'm just going to stick that right at the top there just to give it a little bit of fun. And then somewhere on this messy craft table, I have my in color dots. Here they are. And we want to use the Pebbled Path. So yeah, I did it. It was maybe painful for everybody to watch. Hey, Cheryl, thanks for joining. Pebbled Path, let's see. Let's do the medium size ones this time. Just pull those off with the pick tool. And if you haven't seen these dots, what I really like about them is they're not real bumpy high. They're a little on the flatter side, so they'll go through the mail just a little bit better. Alrighty, so there we go. All the little projects using Stampin' Up's in color treat bags. You get 25 of them for $10, 5 of each in color. So the first one I showed, hey Donna, was just a basic bag that I closed. I actually just put some handmade greeting cards in there. Real easy peasy. Had to do about 12 of those. Then the next fun thing was a little pouch, which I put some for team dimensionals and a sweet treat. And today then with you, we made one. Maybe you could take this to a birthday lunch with a friend of yours, and maybe put some either jelly beans, or we can put the card inside, and you can create with all the matching paper. I'm making this look absolutely impossible, but really, trust me, it goes in. Alrighty, so there we go, everybody. I hope you enjoyed the treat bags. If you haven't seen them in the catalog, go look for them in the back, or give me a shout and I will lead you to them. But thank you so much, everyone, for joining me as I craft in my craft room in Mesa, Arizona. Find me online at kimplayswithpaper.com, and I will see you next time. Have a great week and rest of the weekend. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.